All right, I've been talking a lot about this cabin, this log cabin I saw, but really what it is, it's a panelized home system. Now, Craig's going to explain exactly what a panelized home system is. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Gary. Pleasure
Man,
to
I'll
be
tell
here.
you what, the house you have here at the IBS show, I'm walking down the aisle and I'm going, oh gosh, I got to learn about that. It looks like a giant log cabin. It is absolutely gorgeous. And you had like R30 on the top. That's what the wall insulation is?
Correct, absolutely. And unlike a traditional log home, which has very low insulation values, typically around an R6 to an R10, when we combine our system with the technology with an R30 insulation, it just really turns heads, and hence the reason you came into our booth yesterday.
Okay, well, I got a lot of questions to ask about this. And this is, where do I start? I got an acre of land. I love the look. I certainly love the insulation process on the outside of the house. And it's a panel on the outside, could look like logs, and panel on the inside that could look like logs, right?
Correct.
So how is there a plan, or where do I start this process?
Well, basically, it's very easy. You come to us with a plan, or you can look at our plans for inspiration.
Okay.
The process really starts with looking at the land that you want to build on, and then we look at designing the home for you on your land. Because we're all about building custom homes. 80% of our homes get customized for the consumer, and we have to take land into consideration because we want to start moving dirt. It can be very expensive.
Okay, and I assume when you say custom, that means that could be 2 bedrooms, it could be 3 bedrooms, it could be 4 bedrooms. Is there an average size of home? Is there one super large home? Give me some facts about that.
Well, we've done them from 400 square foot hunting and fishing cabins, They're very luxurious, to 16,000 square foot weekend homes. So it really just depends.
16,000 square foot weekend home.
Absolutely.
Really?
We get some pretty strange requests, but with our system and the ease of build and the system,
Sure.
the walls go up in a few hours, you weather tight in a few days. So there's lots of benefits to building with timber block.
So I settle on the plans. I make my purchase. It's delivered to the site.
Correct.
And I could do this myself. You have to have a foundation and everything. I could do this myself, or I could hire. Do you have a list of people that you work with regularly, or how's that work?
We do, and that's one of the big reasons we're here at IBS, is to work with builders.
Okay.
Our product is definitely one that builders favor over building traditional log homes because, again, the ease of the system. So if you're looking as a customer, we can recommend builders in the local area, or we can work with your builder. And of course, here at the Builders Show, there's a lot of builders, so we have a lot of builders looking to build a log home, and they definitely are looking at timber block.
Well, that's a really important point that I kind of glossed over. I was talking about panelized homes, but what attracted me was it looks like a log house, and I think everybody, no matter who they are, has a little bit of fantasy and they love a log home. And I was drawn to it, and the first thing you said to me is like, there's like little maintenance on this thing, and I go, chinking, no nothing. So tell me how maintenance-free this thing is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head. Everybody loves a log home. Who doesn't love the look of a log home?
Exactly.
But I think when people experience in a log home, they see the shrinking and the settling of the logs, which just equals a lot of maintenance.
Right.
Our logs are stacked with 5,000 pounds of pressure in a factory. Our wood's dried to such a nominal level, 8% moisture content. There is no shrinking or settling of our logs, so it just eliminates all the hassles associated with a log home.
Mm-hmm. Does it come finished to a color or a stain? Or?
It does, but it can be customized as well. It gets a first coat of stain in the factory. We want to make sure that wood's covered and
protected
from the elements, absolutely.
Okay. And for all the like windows and doors and everything, do I buy those from you, or do I buy those from a local place that does the windows and inserts them into the home?
Typically, we provide them because our homes are engineered. The window frames, the door frames are all pre-installed and pre-sealed up at the factory. So again, with our homes being so energy efficient and insulation value, the other point is we want to make sure that they're airtight, so you're not losing air loss throughout the walls or through the windows. 40% of energy loss, we see a lot of that here at the show, people talking about this, is lost through doors and windows, and especially around frames.
Sure.
So we address that. But if typically we provide the windows, but if you've got a certain window or door you want to have, nice custom hardwood door because it's your cabin, and that door means something to you, we can work with that and install that in your home.
How about the mechanicals? Are those purchased in the area?
They're purchased in the area, yes.
Okay,
a lot of our products, the common building materials, would be brought from the local area.
Okay. And to run the wiring and piping and all that? How's that work with
No, it's all very easy.
Is it?
Yeah, people get overwhelmed by that, but once you do it once, it's very simple. We provide plans that show where electrical outlets and all that will go based on code.
Okay.
Of course, working with an electrician on this,
Okay.
but it's very easy to install the electrical into our homes,
Okay.
our system. Hard to explain and show it over the radio.
Yeah,
but
I understand. I'm just asking really for my own edification
Yeah.
more than anything else, because I'm very intrigued, and I think they're outstandingly beautiful, and I encourage people to go to your website, which is
timberblock.com.
and you have different plans or different pictures, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about, folks. It really is nice, and if you're thinking of a little vacation home, or you've got a little property out in the country, this might be something you want to take a look at, or anywhere really, but that's
Absolutely.
kind of where I would see it going. So Greg, thank you so much for joining us again. We got your website. That link will also be on our GarySullivanOnline.com, and good luck to you at the show.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for having me.
All right, you're quite welcome. Well, our broadcast continues. In the next segment, I hope you find it very interesting. We're going to learn a little bit about driveway seals, also just how efficient your home can be